Moria. It waits for us all. The last of the Independence Day vodka. Will be consumed tonight. And here we are, outside Khazad-dum. I'm sure the trades are good to go. Good. We are earning on zeal. Task board. Cash these in. Unless there are any that are available from Moria. Reland, Shire and Arid Lewin. Shire and Arid Lewin. Oh, that's right. I killed a bunch of spiders last night. Because I wanted to get my return to the Shire available. So that's what all those are for. I killed like 130
Why do you trouble me?
spiders after stream last night. If you're a hobbit, your friend for that is in Scary. Ori in Scary. There's probably 25 of them and they respawn relatively quickly, but for now, Moria. Now, I have stepped inside Moria once on this character. Good evening to whomever's joined me. I hope your Saturday's going delightfully well. I stepped inside to Moria to get my legendary class item, the beer stein. I turned around, went right back out. I was looking for 45. I don't think you can actually get any quests in Moria until you hit 50. But I did that last night. Barely, as you can see, I've just got a tiny little bit of XP earned. And they call it a mine. City of Dwerodelf. Khazad-dum. In my mind, the best expansion any MMO's ever had. A lot of people I expect would say Lich King, and I certainly think that's a defensible point of view. But for my money, Moria. To have such an enormous piece of pregnant possibilities with Moria. All the things they could do with it. Everyone's expectations. Did a great job. Just like they did with Minas Tirith. On a smaller scale. They made Minas Tirith absolutely frickin' spectacular. The quests in there, not great, but then it doesn't have the sort of... It has a visual sense that they had to hit, and they succeeded at that. Hello, Tulk. I'm back. The beer stein you gave me works great.
The dwarves will prevail.
Thanks. Talk to Brent Sharpeye in the Delvin. And then talk to Thetmar in the Deep Descent. What we got? We got deed bestowed. The footsteps of the Fellowship.
We have little time to speak. Great events have been
Welcome to
set in
Moria.
motion.
You join us at a momentous time. I am the master of the expedition group here at Durin's Threshold. Other expedition groups have already moved further into the depths of Khazad-dum, hoping to find Balin's expedition of some years ago and learn of their fate. My fellow dwarves are having a difficult time settling in for a number of reasons. If you could assist them, that's great. Oh, here's Gamley.
At long last,
Hey there,
you
friend.
drive the
You
maggot
don't see anything
from
moving in my
abroad.
bed, do you? My sleep has been quite disturbed of late by a feeling of something crawling across my skin. I refuse to lay beneath those blankets again until I'm assured that there's nothing alive within them. Take a look at me. I dare not touch the blankets. I wonder where the bed bugs came from. Actually, I don't really wonder that. I killed all the bed bugs. Deed bestowed. And they count as gredbyg. They count as 4 of them, actually. Little tiny gredbyg, huh? That is great.
We will reclaim
This is
Khazad-dum
intolerable.
for
It's
thine
rustling
iron
around
foot.
where I lay my head. It's quite unacceptable. As an entomophobe, I have to agree. Where did those hideous little things come from? We've hardly been here a day, and already we're infested. I should thorough wash. Is that our first quest in Moria? Complete quests in the Great Delving. That one was pretty easy. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, oh, let's get the stable master before I forget, and I will.
Greetings, friend. Are you lost?
Interesting.
The
I can
Lords of
already
Moria
ride to
have
Dolphin
returned.
View. I don't remember that being available at launch. I think I thought you had to hoof the first
At
time.
long last, we will drive the maggot
Those
folk
poor
from
dwarves, they
our
met their
fold.
doom before they could feast their eyes upon the splendor of Moria. Our victory over this gate is bittersweet one for me. I would like to honor the fallen. Perhaps you can plant a banner at their graves so that we will remember their bravery and sacrifice. I can do that. Of course, he could have done that, but I will do that. Go. By their graves. These are the bodies that they had. A lot of them got eaten by the Watcher. Come on. You're eating a Watcher chow, self-delivering. Moria. Granted, not the most scenic of entrances, but all right, Ratholf. I'm going to call him Ratholf because the alternative is Ratholf. That was a good deed, Briquette. Thank you for honoring my stalwart friends. I hope they rest well in the sight of the halls of their forefathers. Why not bring them in and just, create some rough stone graves there inside Moria? They fought and died to get here, and you're denying them that. Okay, yaha, yeah. And assist Athels. I don't have a mount in here, but okay, this is my alt account. Phew, okay, we're good. I mean, this is my main account, not the alt account. I was going to lose my tiny little mind. But I won't have a mount when I get here on my main account, or my alt account. Oh, gods. Running in Moria without a mount. The horror. The sheer horror. Elder Slate Boar. Did I not unlock? Wow. Did not. There's the Great 100 Steps, and they actually are 100. You can count them. 10 flights. Or, no, not 10 flights of 10. 5 flights of 20? 5 flights of 20. Anyway, 5 flights of 20. 4 flights of 25? It looks like 4 flights of 25. There's perhaps my favorite name in all of Moria, 2B Thickfist. First of all, 2B. It's great. And then his thick fist from 2Bing. Athels. How you doing?
Stay a moment.
Collect
We will
dull
need
blades.
your aid against the orcs of Moria.
You will need my aid against the orcs of Moria. To be Thickfist. I didn't name him. My fault. Got another set of blades over there. We do not. Three dull blades. One dull me. I've collected the dull blades. I'm smithing them. Like that, I have no experience in smithing. I have restored. Oh, one dull blade. Wow, okay. That's 6 inductions. Time to finish my drink. And maybe a second. Hey, why aren't I skilling up in my smithing? I don't have smithing. It's probably a correlation there. But they're letting me use their forge to fix up their blades. It seems like an iffy choice for a dwarf to make. Alright, back to Athels.
The orcs of
That is
Moria
fine work,
have much
good
to
hobbit.
account for.
I can tell this was forged in Moria. The improvement is remarkable already. I look forward to the work to be done here. Go back to Thormoth. I have a fine boar under me, technically an elder slave boar. Which is much better than the other. The one I actually earned, I think. No, there's one that I got as a giveaway. And there's one I earned, but I think the one I earned is character based, so I don't think that shows up. But you had to do a lot of stuff to earn your mount in the boar mount, the faction, the rep boar mount in Moria when it launched.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
Thank you for all you've done, Briquette. You're certainly off to a better start here now.
We have seen
Fine,
naught
to be
of
Thickfist.
Doom. Beware
I
the
can't help it.
journey
It's
to
the
Moria.
best name. Hi, Tubi. And apart from all the to be or not to be jokes, tube is a funny word. Another player. An ominous tunnel.
I'm not sure.
I'm
Khazad-dum
glad
can
someone
be
with some
restored.
skill as a warrior has
The
come.
orcs have
I'm
surely
afraid this
ruined
tunnel
it.
quite unnerves me, Briquette. Some dwarves have already gone forth under my supervision, but they have not yet returned. You're not going to go get them? A deep place and a deep
We
find.
can only hope
See
that Durin's
Dagfin
bane
in
sleeps
Shemeldurge?
deeply. What foul
And
and
find the
nameless
Chamber of
things
Deep
we
Thought.
face in Moria, I know not.
Alright, let's Find the owner of the dropped axe. See a curious cocoon near the back of the chamber. A cocoon! I'm sure it's perfectly safe. A cocoon in Moria. What could go wrong? What is that noise? It's a great big bug. It's a great big bug. It was a great big bug. Spider Slayer in Moria. My first one. And some creepy goo out of that as well. I'll have you know. Alright. 2B here. Say, 2B.
If it were
Alas,
not
a
for the
spider and
prospect
nothing
of
more?
finding me,
That is
Phil,
dire news.
I
I've
would not
never
have come here.
heard of a great spider that can glow translucent. I hope that we do not discover any more of those. Well, at least you've cleared the Chamber of Evil. I will look on the bright side. Perhaps we can begin to restore it now. Vit and Will. Might and Vit. 1300 armor, less might, more Vit. Incoming healing rating and parry. Yeah, parry and evade. I think I have both parry and evade. Positive on that, though. Passive. Adapt. Thought that would have been appeared here. Yeah, it should have. Maybe I have neither. I'm not sure. Would have evade at least. Come on, man. Thought those showed up here. That's not. Is it worth using though? A lot of armor, more Vit. It's probably worth using. So I'll use it. You can even see what they look like because I've got my great big cesti on. In pursuit. Forward is Dolven View and the Deep Descent. Okay. So that's Dolven View, that's the Deep Descent. This one is the next one, and that's the closest one that is. In pursuit, find the owner of the dropped axe. Presumably down this way. Is he over here on the right? He is. Where he's fighting. Chieftain Lurk. Or he was until I one-shotted him. This will be Goblins in Moria. Found a missing page from the Knowledge of Kicks. Excellent. Down to
will
one
live forever.
Go back and talk to 2B. I think I only have one more page. Not get me another. Talent point, spec point, trait point, whatever they're called. Hi guys.
If it were not for the prospect of finding me, I would
What
not have
Camby
come
says is disturbing. A goblin tribe this close to the entrance bothers me. We cannot safely reclaim Moria with such an impending threat. I am curious as to the nature of the voice as well. We must do what we can to locate their camp. For while Moria contains many unsleeping things that disappear into the darkness, goblins are not one of them. I have access to Destiny just yet? Nope, 3 minutes. I get to use a Destiny. So, I need to seek Dolgan in Shemeldug. Snaga Mavaul? Mavul. Snaga Mavul. Iron Garrison Guide. The cavern is dark. Travel with care. Thanks, I guess. Yarmar. Rumors in the tunnels.
Abide here a moment
Defeat
and
goblin
speak
messengers
with me.
in Snaga Mavul.
We have
Sealing the
little
gate,
time to
defeat
speak.
Moria soldiers
Great
in
events have been
Snaga
set in
Magul.
motion. We have
Stealing
seen
back
not
to
of
reclaim
Durin's
stolen
vein.
coins of the
Be wary if
dwarves.
you journey into Moria.
And they want me to steal back stolen coins. If I get a crit, it'll either kill or almost kill No crit. There we go. The glorious idea of how did you kill that goblin? I threw a mug at him. And that was it. I just threw a mug at him. A single mug? I hit really hard when I throw a mug. My death means nothing. He woke up long enough to say, my death means nothing. I don't think I set my save. I'm still saved out at Khazad-dum. That's not too bad. It's not good. That was all of them I needed. I got all the coins, I got all the dead gobbies. I got all the dead other gobbies. Respawns. Oh. Find Wiggle on the other side of Snagamadhu. Oh. Alright, I've got to go to the other side of Snagamadhu. Presumably is down here. Oh, well, we got mobs waiting for us. I think that's the last of the pages of knowledge. It is. That is all three of the legendary books complete. Should have also nabbed me like 5 more drinks. And I should have another trait point available. I do. Dun 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 dun. Here you go, Weggle.
May Durin return
hello there,
soon
you
to his halls.
Fight your way through Snagamadhu? That is incredible. We're here to offer assistance on the road to those who may be waylaid by the goblins. It's nervous work indeed. I'm here to assist travelers who... Yeah, we got that. Okay.
These
hello
halls
there.
will be
Are you
great
hurt?
once
No,
more.
I can see that you're not. But you seem to have hurt many goblins during your short stay in Snagamadhu. And I'll thank you for that. I'm here to assist travelers. Yeah, got that. Are your boots good for me? No, they're not. Take Thick Fist's thick axe. Oh, so 2B Thick Fist has a thick axe. I'm betting that's not all.
The shadow of Mordor.
Yeah,
will
look
not
here. I
long
always
fill
suspected
the
those
halls
goblins
of
were thieves and
Khazad-dum.
worse. Thank you for bringing these back to the side of the dwarves. I'll make sure these coins find their way back to their owners. Yeah, sure. You're going to track down the owners. You're going to use these to buy beer.
We have seen
That
naught
was not
of
an
Durin's
objection.
bane. Be wary if you journey into Moria.
A Tome of Burst of Hope. Huh. Don't think I've ever seen one of those before. We gotta go deeper in that direction, evidently. Okay. What the arrow says. Gotcha. That may stick. Billy, Willie. Okay. I may actually be able to remember that. Welcome back. I hit level 50 last night on this character, and now Moria. Dun, 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 dun. They must be down there. Yes, they are. Got more ilex wood. And more Khazad-dum. Can I get down to him from there? Doesn't look like it. Over here? There is no over here. No, that's just there. Whoops, that was a lag spike that would be an unpleasant fall. So I'm not going to go that way. This appears to be a little bit suboptimal. Unless I want to... I mean, I can drop down to him. So I'll do that. Hi, Dagfin. Oh, you startled me. I'm sorry, I just cannot stop hunting. There must be treasure in this room, stowed away somewhere. My father gave me a map of this place, passed down from the time when the Longbeards inhabited Moria, and there were notes of great promise in this hall. I meant only to come in and explore, but I cannot walk away when there's hope of buried treasure. Will you help me look? Sure. You're not, like, mental or anything. Pretty sure he's mental. Oh, we got some promising debris over here. This isn't the regular debris that you find everywhere. This is high quality, promising. Nah, nothing. More ilex wood. I can't say no. I'm gonna need this to get up to the next tier. Eventually. It has been very frustrating for me playing my higher level characters. I jumped up a few levels using a gift of the Valar and not being able to like harvest any of the materials they need because they skipped over some levels, and knowing I'd have to go back to lower level zones and spend an hour or 3 riding around to get the stuff I'm missing. Well, I don't think I'm going to find anything in this promising debris that just happens to be lying around.
Dwarves must
You explained that you rooted through many corners of Shemelderge, but found nothing of promise, and perhaps it would be wise for everyone to return to Durin's Threshold. No, I cannot believe it. I've treasured that map my life. All my life, I cannot accept that it would lead me here, only to find this hall empty. My father's map was a treasure in and of itself. He continues his frantic search. He's funny in the head, I think is the issue. Need to go back to Tubi. Or not to be. It makes me laugh every time. When it shouldn't. Right, and there. Poor Camby and the guy I killed are back fighting again. Condemned to an eternity of fighting one another. Kind of a bummer, really.
Dark things dwell now.
That fool, just because he treasured a map for a lifetime doesn't mean that the map was ever going to be accurate. Shemelderge is likely as dry as a bone. I hope he returns to take some rest.
What foul and
according to Camby,
the
chieftain said to go through the broken wall above the eastern stairs. We must see if this goblin tribe does in fact lurk in the shadows. I also want to know more about this voice the chieftain was so fearful of. Head to the east through the crack and locate the tribe. Well, is this the tribe I already murdered? Yep, you've discovered Goblin encampment. Deep, gruff voice barks sharp orders. And these are the ones I've already murdered once. Do I get to murder them again? It's not like I mind to murder the gobbies.
Dwarves must
My Durin's
fight
beard,
for
someone has
dwarves.
come to help me. Yeah, I already did, dude. Uh-huh. Okay, so basically I did those out of order, but that's fine. We need to get to Dolven View. I think it's what's next, right? No, there. Ah, that's right. It's on the way to Dolven View, though. Forward. Huh. I'm not at all sure I'm going the right way. But I can find out by riding like the wind. Oh, a couple of questy bits here. Yep, this is the one I was looking for. Okay, we've got Svirtir, ever
The
forward.
shadow of Mordor.
Hail,
will
traveler.
not long
Behold
fill the halls of
Khazad-dum.
Khazad-dum.
Beautiful, is it not? You have time. We could use your assistance, for we're very curious about what lies in here. Bugs, if I remember right. Bugs, Mr. Rico, zillions
We
of
are to
them.
find Mithril
According
in
to my map,
Khazad-dum.
Briquette, the
We
Vault
will
of
first
Durin
have to
lies
deal
directly
with the
south of
orcs.
here. Problem is that my party refuses to explore it. They wish to head straight to the Dolven View and not veer off the path. I should dearly like to know what lies in the vault, but I dare not separate from my group. Will you look? Will you go look, my good hobbit? Yeah, you don't dare leave your group, but you want me to. Scent of the
If we are
hive,
to find
collect
Mithril in
gredbyg,
Khazad-dum,
grodbag,
we will first have to
grodbog,
deal with the
singular,
orcs.
scent glands, and
Abide
defeat
here a moment,
gredbog,
and speak with
gredbag,
me.
plural, in the Palace of Nine. Name. 9 if an elf was pronouncing it, Nane if a dwarf is pronouncing it.
The
Language is
orcs will
difficult.
one day burn upon the crucibles of our fathers.
One day the orcs will burn upon the crucibles of our fathers. It's possible that they're a little bit upset about everything that's happened here over the centuries, which is understandable. Be clear. Totally understandable. But I'm not sure it's constructive to talk about burning them on the fires of your forefathers kind of thing. That's all I'm saying. But bugs. Not even gonna bother with the deep claw. He's gonna yell at me. Which one's that? That's an ancient hope. That's relics in the vaults of Durin. Okay, this is the gredbag. Oh, he's a big one. She's a dead one. Scent glands. Ew. Unusual fungus. Start to quest new growth. Tell Torhall of the fungus you saw. Well, there's a glowy spot that presumably will be of use at some point in the future. scent or something. An unpleasant, sickly sort of feeling. Listed as a debug, but doesn't appear to be doing anything. 10 of 10. That's all I needed to do down here was kill 10 of those. I've got 3 quests turned back in. Having murdered the heck out of the bugs. As I mentioned, I myself am an actual entomophobe. They creep me out. Basically, anything with chitin that's bigger than a pill bug but smaller than a crab. New growth. A fungus? That's no surprise, Briquette. Such things grow in damp places all over the earth. Gorhal listens to you explain it. Where the nature of fungus, but that this was strange and new and gave you a sense of foreboding. Upon my word, you do look a little beaked. Perhaps you should bring this news to Dolphin if you can. That is where we're headed as well. Scent of the hive. Scent glands, eh? Very interesting. I've not seen many creatures such as this in the possession of glands of this nature. I have a theory, Briquette. Perhaps these can be used to lure whatever menace is at the center of the infestation in the Palace of Nain, eh? Fine effort, Briquette. Would that this were the end of them, but I suppose we'll have to settle for your valiant endeavor to nurture up my pants. New pants? Medium pants. Gamley's fly swatter doesn't sell for as much as Gamley's pants, which is a little bit strange to me, but okay. I've completed my first batch of quests in the Great Delvin. I have things to pick up. Fat lootiness to loot through. 5 LotRO points, because I'm rich. I'm wealthy, you know. That's a cracked dwarf tablet. 13 worn dwarf carvings. There are 2 factions, if memory serves, in Moria. I have to complete quest Claws of the Deep before I can start consuming those up. But I consume those. I don't think I've ever seen that one-shot burst of hope thing before. It throws me a little. Summon and defeat the Gredbyg Hive Queen. I will do this. Yep, some of them are going to be back. Which is fine. We will use them to build up a little oomph. Oh, nice. Devastate. Bring on your queen. Famous last words. I've crushed a gredbyg scent gland. Where is she? There she is. And there she was. Brawler's good. Brawler's strong. Brawler alone, strong. See? Even those guys were amazed. They went, ooh, as I went by. Well, do I want a shield or a shield? A shield I can't use or a shield I can't use? We'll go with the one that's...
Abide here a moment.
Talk to Slagvi in the Dolphin View. Next step seems to be the
The
Dolphin
best
View.
craftsmen were once found in Khazad-dum.
Unless I very
Soon
much
they
miss
shall
my
be
guess.
again.
Gamley's leggings were medium. We can sell those. Sell that. Search for ancient relics. Let's go back this direction. Whoops! Don't plummet to a painful death. And I almost did. Well, I think it would have been painful. That's the death. More an inconvenience than death. What am I'm looking for over here? Vault of Durin. Relics, I think it was? Who's got some relics, guys? Anyone? Relics? That's what I'm looking for? Relics? Vault? Is there actually like a vault? Vault remnants. Pardon me again. Yes, there are 4 things of vault remnants. There's nothing here but dust and tremblings of the earth. Well, I can bring him back some dust. Yep, so 4 collections of dust and some trembles, unfortunately, that I can't bring. They'll have to be, you'll have to settle for 4 piles of dust. You do have to be careful when you're, let's call it, driving around in Moria, as wrong turns can certainly lead to misadventure and sometimes even death.
May Durin
It's worth it to
return
listen
soon
quietly
to
while
his
you explain the
halls.
current state of the Vault of Durin, not only empty, but falling into ruin. That is sad news, Briquette. I imagine this is only the first of many such disappointments. Go through more. Perhaps it will never be restored fully, but I would like to think that this expedition can forge a new mine. Different, but good. That sounds fine. That sounds nifty. I have got 3 different people, possibly the same person multiple times, to talk to in Dolvenview, and we're almost to Dolven. The first settlement, really. And this time I will remember to use the milestone. I've discovered the Dolven. And the milestone. I don't think I'll be needing to get to Khazad-dum anymore. I need to talk to... Nope, these are quest givers. I do not have the infused thingies yet to get those little instanced spaces. There's Waffrey. He's a Waffrey thin dwarf. You found an unusual fungus. I'm not surprised. Well, fortunately it seems somewhat contained. Hopefully the Palace of Maine is the only place it grows. Meantime, make sure to warn my folk to steer clear of that place in case this fungus is of a putrid nature. Now, let me turn in the other quests. Grab quests. Whatnot. Slugvi!
If it were not for the
Greetings, my good hobbit, and welcome to the Dolven
I would
View.
not have come
It's
here.
a fine view instead, or at least it would be were it not cluttered with the cook fires of a goblin horde beneath us. No matter. We will defend the Dolven View at all costs, and find some way to drive these vermin from our ancestral homes. Mark my words, Briquette. This will once again be a city of wonder and beautiful to behold, though we give our lives to achieve it. Oh, they changed it. You now get a tame red-horned goat at this point in the storyline. It used to be that was a faction reward. My reputation has changed. One of the dwarvish factions thinks I'm cool. Iron Garrison Guards think I'm cool. Known to the guards, and 5 big fat LotRO points. Talk to Bent Sharpeye. Where's Bent? He's totally bent. So that we can sell that. We should have enough for a couple of tasks, if there are tasks enabled around here anywhere. I bet.
The
Welcome to the
shadow of
Dolphin View,
Mordor will
Briquette.
not long fill
As you can see, the
halls
Iron
of
Garrison is hard at
Khazad-dum.
work, making everything ready for our resettlement of the mines. Speak to the people here and help them with their tasks. We must see to our safety before we can push any further into Khazad-dum. Right. Those guys have quests that I can't do. They require an infused garnet, if memory serves. For the first tier.
We will not retreat before
Defeat Deep
anyone.
Claws. I can definitely do that. There's no shortage of Deep Claws. Clear tunnels.
We can only
Rubble,
hope that Durin's
and
bane
the road is
sleeps
ours.
deeply. We
Plant
can
a
only
banner.
hope that Durin's
So we claim
bane
the lonely
sleeps
span for the
deeply.
dwarves. Lonely span. It's a something span. Some kind of span. Got everything? All the quests around here? I think so. Huh. The traders are still listed on the map, but they're not here anymore because of the change in legendaries. That's interesting. They didn't change the map. I don't assume I
The
have
House
to
of
forge.
Durin will
I don't think I get to
live forever.
reforge until like 56. Is when I get a reforge. Ah, there's the tasks. All right. That's Angmar and Eregion. Angmar, Forkill, and Eregion. Those can all get turned away, sold, because they're not good in Moria. And in here in Moria, I've got broken longbows and creepy filth. Broken longbows, no. Creepy filth, yes. And more creepy filth. Creepy filth. Really, just can't get enough creepy filth. It's the filths, really. Generally speaking, the filths are just the best. I've got 15 pints of ale now I'm carrying around. How about a frothy pint of ale? There we go. I feel a little lightheaded. It'll be fine. Trust me, I'm perfectly okay to drive. I grab the stable master.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dum.
Well, let's hope so, but frankly, I think that it's probably going to be here. No, it was the guards, I think, are the ones that I got.
The House of
A little bit
Durin
of rep on.
will live forever.
Boots! Level 51. So in one level, I can get new boots. Let's see how they are. Might, edge, fit. Lots of fit. They even have will? It's a little bit of everything. Those are the heavies. A Moria geode for housing. A scone. Anyone want a scone? Well, next up is we're gonna murder some stuff. A little bit. I could have sworn there was another quest out here to do stuff. We got deep claws to kill, right? Yep. New deed, Deep Claw Slayer. Yeah, that's a plummet to a painful death. Really, they definitely need some handguards here, you know. Some railings before people, like, fall and hurt themselves to death. Nope, that doesn't look good. Could have sworn. I would be swearing at myself, evidently. This way? No, not that way. That way. Okay, I've completely misjudged. My memory has let me down. There's definitely something I missed over here. This isn't it. Yes, I'm sure that it is this way. Down here. Down this way. Down this way. That doesn't appear to be it. It's not it. Oops. I am confused. Actually confused. Pardon me as I ride back and forth like a big dummy. Nope, that's about as abrupt a fall as you can possibly find. I would swear that there's a way from Dolphin View over to, like, there. And, like, I've done this a bajillion times, and so I'm confused that it doesn't seem to actually be there. When I'm sure it's there. But it's not there. I'm struck dumb. Emphasis on the dumb, clearly. Well, I'm certainly initially it was difficult to get around, but you would expect that. It's an old dwarvish labyrinth, for lack of a better description. But that's not something I had any question about. I knew where I was going when I left, but it's not there.
Stand and speak with me.
Destroy
The
food
fate of
stores.
Khazad-dum
Yep,
hangs in the balance.
And
If we are to
Got-
find
I can
Mithril
do
in
those.
Khazad-dum, we will first have to
okay,
deal
I
with
think
the
I
orcs.
may have remembered what I missed. But we're here. We're going to take the goblins out and their food stores. Somebody else appears to be running around taking out the goblins. Respawns may get me. Killed a goblin. Oh, sorry. Oh, the delightful nature of one-shotting on-level or higher-level critters by throwing a mug at them. I find it endlessly amusing. That's 2 in a row. My record is 3 in a row. Can I tie my record? Nope. I've gotten 3 in a row twice. It's doable. One. That's all the gobbies. And their stores I needed to destroy. Alright, Wigfast.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves. May
Dwarves must fight for dwarves, then why are you sending a hobbit to do your work for you, huh, buddy? He's got more.
Stand and
Overseers.
speak with me. The fate of Khazad-dum hangs in the balance.
And platforms.
Stand and speak with me. The fate of Khazad-dum hangs in the balance.
One overseer. One platform. Oops. That would be a poor choice. As I would fall. I've said before, this is my only real complaint about the loot system. Is the way it collects up auto-bestowed quests instead of actually auto-bestowing them upon you. Two platforms taken care of. Overseer over there. Two overseers down. Another platform. You guys are not been industrious enough. I don't see another platform anywhere handy. Annoying. That's the last of the overseers we need, right there. Oh, that platform. It respawned, I think. No, that platform will not do, even though it respawned. That one. Yeah, I certainly understand why a lot of people were not fond of Moria, especially after a while. For me, what I find is I really like it until I hit about like 56, 57, 58 down there. The Shadowed Refuge area is not fun, so...
The time has
Spear I
come
can't
to drive
use.
forth the orcs from our
Bracer,
kingdom.
Agility.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dum. Stand
Find the
and
source
speak
of the
with me.
echo, and
The
that
fate
will
of
give
Khazad-dum hangs in the balance.
there. Is that the echo? That's the echo. That'll give an infused garnet, which I can either turn in for a goodie. Yep, alright, this way. Back outside. Maybe at Gwingris? No. Actually, I think I have a quest for you. Chamber of Knowledge. But can be used to gain entrance to the two. This area matches Wigfast's description. Investigate the rucksack. Rucksack? Right, it's a rucksack? Oh, it's over here. journal and a rucksack. Complete the first objective in the journal. Opening the waterways. Throw levers. Find the ancient tome. I can do that. Yeah, I can certainly understand it. Like any other content, especially this. I understand the frustrations people have with... I mean, it affects me too, eventually, but it's usually pretty late in the process. Finding ancient tome. Probably back in the Chamber of Knowledge, I guess. No? It's in the chamber over here instead. But eventually, it does go tiresome on me too. I know a lot of people don't last that long with it. It just really isn't for a very long time. Looking for a book. Right there, the little glowy ancient dwarf text, perhaps, would be what I was looking for. I found the ancient tome. Back to Delvenview. I guess I'm going back to Delvenview. I think I figured out what I need to do with the other quests that I was befuddled about, perplexed. And certainly, it's a place that can punish you if you make a mistake. You can fall in a great many places to your death. Hello, Salt. Securing the library. You found a journal on the road with the objective of recovering this book? Amazing, but alas, the years and the foul vermin infesting Khazad-dum have been most unkind. So many pages are ruined. No matter, with enough time, I'm sure I can piece it back together. And it takes me years. He's got patience. The Journal of the Fallen Dwarf pointed you to the levers of Dolphinview water source? How strange. What a brave dwarf, and you were very good for making the effort on his behalf, whoever he was. It will be some time before we can spare a team of craftsmen to go down there and try to repair them. How sad that one should fall pursuing such a fruitless endeavor. His helmet, heavy armor. It's not as good, I don't think. Less might, less vit. Almost the same incoming healing, parry, and physical mastery. I'll take it, but... And... Slogvi. Hi, Slogvi. How you doing?
Dark things dwell now in Moria.
Yeah, they do. You've had some strange encounters, to be sure. White hands and uruks, and goblins and rucksacks and deep rifts. Better you than me. Well, I'm glad you made it back safe and sound. Take your rest here at Dolvenview, where the light is bright and the fire warm. That was worth a tiny bit more. He's got another quest.
If we drive
Cooling
the
chamber
from
with
Khazad-dum, will it be enough?
And to the deep descent.
What foul and nameless things we face in Moria,
right.
I know
I'll
not.
get back to Slagby in a minute.
Our resources are resolved to driving the orcs from our halls of old.
That seems like a good call. Let's do that, then. Oh, I'm gonna sell my hard cider. That's a difficult call to make, but I'm gonna do it. quiet down there. I just don't think the worker's helmet is good enough. It's not good enough, it's not strong enough, and gosh darn it, people don't like it. Sell that, definitely don't want to sell that or that. Sell that. And we'll cash in a couple more tasks. We've got 3 more. Cash in. Let's see. Powerful branches? No. Seriously? No, Eregian. Okay. Eregian. Angband and Eregian. Why are we getting drops for Eregian? We're not in Eregian. Polished sword sheath. Sorry, that's 1. Barbed carapaces? No. Really? That's it? Alright. Well, we're also going to consume all of those for rep. What is that? Mark of the White Hand. Big request. Consume. 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 Om nom nom nom. I am going to really quickly take a break and refill my cup. And I will be...
I shall one day sell goblin heads as trophies.
Yeah, you're going to sell goblin heads as trophies. That's not gross. Don't have enough piles of creepy filth to make that worth our while. There we go. I'm going to be right back. And I'm back. Well, thank you guys for not leaving. I came back to the same number I left with. I heart you guys. Alright. Well, I'm going to do...
Welcome. You have
No, not the Mithril Slaves. It's the other one I prefer.
Greetings, traveler.
Let's get me
Will you
Tracery.
stay a moment?
Some enhancement runes. What's the other thing I have with an enhanced garnet? Is it an Eregian? Fight the Drakes. Tracery, it gives me the exact same rewards. Okay. Except it gives me rep with the Elves of Rivendell, so... This one gets me a little extra XP because I actually have to beat the living crap out of stuff.
Greetings, traveler.
And does take actually 3 clicks to one to accept, and one to go. I found something interesting to do in the early sessions that I wanted to do. For a while, I was doing early sessions playing
the Orcs of Moria for a training hall. If
EverQuest 2.
To see service again, the Orcs must be driven forth.
I kind of liked having a little bit more stuff to do. But realistically, I needed something interesting to do. Just having another session playing the same game every day wasn't that interesting to me. But finding something different to do with my time for the early session has made it worthwhile. Yeah, no, it was really a matter of finding something interesting to do, a method for keeping myself involved, and it's working for that. And that's to do the free-to-play playthrough for LotRO. So basically having a second reason, other than, well, I'm going to stream today because I'm going to stream today. Having a thing to do has made a significant difference. You know, having something interesting, a reason, a thing, a catch for myself, not for, you know, anyone else. I almost one-shotted him with a thrown mug. Well, yeah, but just an alt. I mean, you know, I'm playing LotRO obviously these days. Played a lot of other stuff too. So an alt is not reason enough. I always have access to more than enough alts. But this has given me a reason to do something different. You might call it a gimmick, but the gimmick isn't something to pull in viewers. It's something to give me a reason to do it. And I stole the idea from Wooden Potatoes. The, mostly, historically, a Guild Wars 2 streamer. And he's done a bunch of sort of gimmick runs where he's done it in a specific way he'd never done it before. Like, he's done it without, I think without pressing any keys, in essence. He has leveled a character up by basically playing a ranger and having his pet do all the damage. But he had one where he was going to level up outside of his account, basically, to see how long it took if you didn't have the advantages that he had. You know, if you didn't have 40,000 achievement points and everything that comes with it, that kind of stuff. Yep, and that was it for the big boss. I've created an empowered garnet, and that's all it was to this. This is the way you used to get specific damage types for your legendary weapons, was to like run this and you'd get ancient dwarf damage that you could apply to your legendary weapons. I can also drop that quest out of that one. Gives the same rewards.
Greetings, Greetings, traveler.
Greetings, Fastar. And I'm almost to level 51. Dun da da da. Sorta. These will come over here. I can't use that yet. I have to be level 54. It's not very good for me anyway. 53 for that. Heavy armor with agility. Why are you guys trolling me? They troll so much. We can throw out those things. Sell the junk, and continue on our merry way.
I shall one day sell goblin heads as trophies.
That's really dark, man. You really think people want goblin heads as trophies? I don't think there's much of a market for that, even among the dwarves. Is that another? No, okay, that's that. All right. Slagvi and the cooling chambers. Oh, I need to defeat the White Hand Lieutenant first. And the cooling chambers. Did I miss? I'm missing something, aren't I? Moria, the Silvertine loads. Misties. I clicked wrong. Yeah, I am. Claws. Clear tunnels. Of rubble. The road is ours. This is, I think, is what I did wrong. I didn't come over. I didn't cross these bridges and then down. That's the way. I just tried to go straight. I just tried to go down. That was my mistake 20 minutes ago when I was confused. Well, actually, I'm usually confused, but 20 minutes ago I was confused about one thing specifically, and this is what had me confused. That was my mistake. I remedied it. I feel better. You feel better? Have a mug. Some Khazad-dum. My very first note of Khazad-dum out in Eregion. Gave me a mithril flake. Deep Claw Burrower. Deep Claw Gnawer. Thumping Deep Claws. More rubble. Oh, two of them over there. There we go. We got a critical hit. That's a one shot. Glorious. Rubble. Rubble, rubble. You tore your dress. Rubble, rubble. Ooh, we got 2 crits in a row, guys. 2 in a row. With thrown mugs. The record is 3. I've done it twice. Nope. How many more do I need? I need 3 more Deep Claws. I may not have convenient located Deep Claws, so we're going to take out these 3. Yeah, yell at me again, punk. Alright, we got the Deep Claws. Taking the deep nap. Cleared rubble. Cleared rubble. And in just a second, clear more rubble. Khazad-dum. I can't help it, guys. It's an illness. was the last thing that needed doing? Plant the banner within the lonely span. That, because I'm heading back there anyway. That. Yeah, I thought so. It's a ride over there. Oh. That one. That's the other way. Yep, this way. We ride out on the span. We plant our banner. Okay, I plant their banner. They're busy doing dwarf stuff. I don't know. Stop it. I've discovered the lonely span. And there's the dwarf standard. Oh, Khazad-dum, our home and native land. Sorry. My apologies to any Canadians out there. But somebody definitely needs to put together a filk song of Oh, Khazad-dum. What the hell's over there? The Servant of the White Hand is over there. Really? Maybe this is just sort of a side entrance to where I was. Yeah, it is. Okay. It's glorious. 400 points right to the melon. And there's the White Hand Lieutenant down. So, at least at this level, Brawler is just an absolute, complete, and total beatstick. I may have said something like along those lines in the past. Repeatedly over the last...
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the
Tracker's
halls
leggings.
of
I don't
Khazad-dum.
want Tracker's leggings. Slagvy's hat. I'm sure it's a very nice hat. It's actually not a bad hat. Very stylish. And that is medium might-based armor, which theoretically I might actually be able to wear. That is level 51. Dun, 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 dun. Although that armor is designed for use by Bjornings. They added that for Bjornings to get might-based medium armor. To a whole bunch of the quest rewards. They basically did no quest reward rewrites for this class, which is why, to my mind, why they went with the Brawler class, is because the Brawler class doesn't have any weapons. We don't use our fists. And the special weapons we get, I think you get one for at the start, and maybe another one at 15 and or 30. But other than that, you get your legendary, and at no other time are you offered any class item. So basically, they went with this because they didn't have to rework a whole bunch of old quests. And it's kind of... Clear tunnels? Excellent. With the path clear again, it'll be much easier to deliver supplies to the 21st hall. Well done, Briquette. As long as that banner stands, the Lonely Span will be safe for the members of this expedition and for all free peoples who wish to use this road once more. It's a small task, but a meaningful. Right. It was meaningful. Slagvy. Oh, he's got the cooling chamber. So I better turn in with Wafre.
Arzog's folk have not yet fully repaid for their
Carapace
crimes
Carver.
against us.
I'm glad to see those deep claws did not make slivers out of your hide. Well, you have done the dwarves this expedition a good turn indeed. Hero, so to speak. Alright, Slagvy. The cooling chamber. Oh, scouting
We
ahead.
can only hope that
Find Big
Durin's
Fast.
bane
Scouting
sleeps
Khazad
deeply.
more. No, I already found him. Right, we're gonna do the cooling chamber.
Above the great forges of Khazad-dum lies a chamber that was used to cool the rising steam and return it as water to the pools of Moria.
I have summoned
What
Slogvi.
purpose could goblins have within the walls
Find and
of
defeat
that
the
ancient
Moria
chamber?
chieftain.
What do you need?
What does anyone need? You know, a little home, a place to call your own. Perhaps a partner. Someone you can share your life with. A spear thrower. Pardon me, catch. Oh, he's dead. That's so sad. That one's dead too. That's 3 crits in a row, but one of them was a punch. So we have 2 crits in a row with our flung mug. Will we get 3? We have 3. We have a shot at the record. Can we get 4? No. But that is the 3rd time we have gotten 3. Orc Slayer. Deep bestowed. Started. Whichever. We'll go around this way. Doesn't matter which way we go. Either way is fine. But we have tied our record, which is cool. He was throwing heals to himself. A little premature. He hadn't been damaged yet, and then it was too late. As you can tell, we just wade right through everything. Orc Rider, I'm not afraid. Devastated. 2 crits in a row again. Moria chieftain, he's got a heal going. Increase the morale of nearby goblins. A little bit late for that, I think. The chieftain has fallen. The remaining goblins scatter in terror. The cooling chamber is safe. I have fixed the jammed lever and the rusted gear. Wheel. Stuck the wheel. Oh, I got the wheel now. Come on. Come on. Huh? Oh. Stuck wheel. Really big wheel. What am I supposed to do with that? I guess I'm just mighty enough to get that sucker. Wow. Okay, I am mighty enough to get that sucker spinning.
What do you need?
Cooling chamber has been repaired. Leave instance. He hasn't been leave instance, I'm sure. I have killed or scattered all the goblins. Why wouldn't I? It's the cooling chamber, not the cool chamber. And I don't need cooling because if I were any more cool, I don't think I could stand it. I'd freeze solid. All right, that was an exaggeration. The cooling chamber.
If it were not for the
Gloves
prospect
of
of
the cooling
finding
chamber.
Nidria, I would
They
not
are
have
medium
come
armored.
here.
Why am I'm seemingly getting offered just medium stuff all the time? Might, edge, fate, crit. That's a lot of might. That's Vit. I want to keep that one, so I think it will replace My Sutwarden Earring of Might. A lot of might. Earring of Might. Earring of Might. Throw that away. Consume those. Consume that. Dwarf Apprentices. Oh, that's right. That's going to give me a random. Let's see if any of this might vit. Critical chance. It's medium armor. So it's probably not as good as my chest, but if the other, or my head, if the other ones are like that, I might edge. That's not as good. Might vit. Critical rating. It even has more armor. Really? It has more armor as medium armor. Oh, what I'm wearing is light. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Not really much of a looker on me, gotta say. I deserve more fashion-forward gear.
If Durin's Bane lives still, we will destroy it and make of it a standard to terrify our foes.
That's a Regin. The dagger, can't use. Minor essence of parrying. Sure, you can get the parry. We don't want to sell those, or sell those. Burglars and hunters. Sell. Moria, hey, more task. I got another task thing coming up. Did they change it, or allow the players to change it? It's just arbitrarily changing it is probably not the best idea, but allowing players to change it if they want to is a good idea. All right, that is Champions, Minstrels, and Bjornings. I'm not one of those things. That is Brawlers, so I do want to hold on to that. Brawlers, I want to hold on to that. So we've got Barbed Claws. Let's see if they'll accept my Barbed Claws. Yay, Barbed Claws. I think I've got one more task to go today. Okay, allows the players to change it. Well, yeah, that's always going to be a good idea. Anything to give the players a little agency to deal with something, especially like that can cause people an actual physical problem. I wish companies did that with their basically their collectible card game, online collectible card games. Someone mentioned in the earlier session, I think it was, about they're playing Gwent. And Gwent and every other card game I've played on the PC, Hearthstone, Magic the Gathering, all of them, they all give me headaches. Mostly because they've got things like screen shake and animations and explosions and all the stuff that people expect on mobile games. They've got it on the PC and stuff, and it gives me a literal headache. And way back in the beta for Hearthstone, I described it as, can we have a check mark for like special effects entitled "Tone It the Shit Down"? Because it gives me a literal headache and I can't play them. Because I don't like a literal headache. More than a problem. Metaphorical. Yeah, no, something like motion sickness is not something you're going to have any control over. Talk to, no. Find Rig fast. Scout at Khazad-dum. I gotta find he's on the other side. So yeah, if it bugs you, then there's nothing you can realistically do about it until they make a change like that allows you some control. And that's going to be really frustrating. That's not really the way I want to go, I guess. But FOV, I know, is a big problem for people with things like headaches or motion sickness. I mean, I understand that the designers, the developers, they don't want to encourage people to use, you know, basically the fisheye lens of turning the FOV too much one way. But on the other hand, if your default FOV can't be changed and it's making somebody sick to their stomach, yeah, maybe, just maybe make that change somewhere. Here. That was wig fast. Wig fast, that's right. I went the wrong way. In short, guys, I went the wrong way. So I'm going to pull some friends. And I'm going to beat them all up. And they're going to die from it. First one showed up. One shot. It's faster than killing them, you know, by kiting through. That's enhancement run. That'll go there. That ought to do the trick. Pardon me while I rearrange everything in a completely not obsessive-compulsive way.
The time has come
did
to
Flagby
drive
send
forth
you?
the
Just in
orcs from
time.
our kingdom.
I was about to try to venture in there and start lopping off goblin heads by myself, though I'm ill-equipped for such a venture. Then that would have been dumb. I've already killed them all for you. My next quest, and currently only quest, I think, in Moria, is to head to the Deep Descent, which is in the Silvertine Lodes. In essence, I think that's the majority of the quests in this map. I think you get some stuff later on that sends you back. For now, Dolphin View. Dolphin View to the Deep Descent, which leads to the Silvertine Lodes. The Stone Council. A lot of people really like the view in here because you've got, you know, the giant heads spewing water, giant heads carved into the walls, giant heads along the sides. Oh, apparently spewing water, but if this were accurate depiction of dwarves, they'd be spewing, having drunk too much beer. New deeds, the Silvertine Lodes.
The shadow of Mordor will
Skull.
not long fill the halls of Khazad-dum.
Right. Yeah, the whole Khazad-dum thing. Cool. Betmar. Forward 2.
Greetings, friend. Are you
Forward
lost?
Book 2. I'm glad you've come to the Deep Descent, Briquette. A brawler such as you should be able to help my people with many of the tasks that need doing here on the Silvertine Lodes. We are particularly plagued by the goblins of Gamelphilic. Silvertine Lodes.
The Lords of Moria have returned.
Welcome to the Deep Descent. Are you here to look for ways to be of use? Never fret. There is more to be done here than we can handle. Completed quests in the Silvertine Lodes.
Perhaps soon
Find
we will
Stilo
toast our victory against the orcs
at
of Moria.
Steer, Lost Dwarf.
We can only
Find
hope
Flick.
that Durin's bane sleeps deeply.
Ore Samples 1, the Deep
Many
Descent.
foul things dwell in the depths of the mountains. I fear the orcs will be the least of our troubles.
Talk to Bosi in the Chamber of the Crossroads. Move that for now.
Abide here a
Because when I
moment
go
and
to
speak with
Bosi,
me.
Fellowship Quest, I'll accept it and immediately remove it. When you go to Bosi, the first thing I do every time anyway is I take the long road to the 21st Hall.
These
Talk
halls
to
will be
Falgir
great
at Deep
once
Descent.
more.
Falgir?
May Durine return soon to his
Arthur
heart.
thinks that the vault is breached, does he? Well, then that makes decisions more obvious, if you ask me, for a bit of work.
Abide here a moment and speak with me.
I've got a couple of quests in the Forgotten Treasury, which are full Fellowship quests, and even though I consider myself a badass, having completed some small Fellowship quests, there's a big difference between small Fellowship quests and big Fellowship quests. Full Fellowship quests is the technical term. A reddish ore sample. Reddish ore, so rust? Well, I will certainly whack on some Khazad-dum while I'm here, taking other samples. Five, 6, 7, 'Some more ilex wood. Grab the ore sample first, and then the ilex wood. Before we head off to find Stealing and Flick, bring these back and see if we might have another quest that we'll be able to double up on. Ah, you're back. Wonderful. Let me take a look at what you've collected. He carefully examines each piece of ore closely by holding them up to his squinting eye and rolling them gently with his fingers. No mithril yet, just ordinary iron here, I believe. So rust, yeah. This is disappointing, but I'm not surprised. Nor shall I give up hope. There are many places yet to explore in the Silvertine Lands.
I'm not sure Khazad-dum can be restored.
Oh,
The
that's a-
orcs have surely ruined it.
Downer? You don't think it can be restored because the orcs have ruined it? The orcs have ruined a big hole in the ground. How do you ruin a hole in the ground? The actual ground. Flick and Stealung. I mean, sure, they can fill it up with poop. You dig out the poop, you've got your hole back. A diseased dragonette. Khazad-dum. Deed bestowed, Dragonette Slayer. Stealing. Enemies of the Deep
Khazad's
Descent.
folk have not yet fully repaid for their crimes against us.
I don't think I ever...
At long last, we will drive the maggot folk from our holes.
Maggot folk is such a hurtful phrase. I'll use Destiny. Defeat Gathrock and Goblins in Gamalphilic. Armor of the Depths.
Stay a
Collect
moment. We will
Goblin
need
armor
your aid
scraps.
against the orcs of Moria.
Flick is over here, I think. Is he down below? No, there he is. He'd maybe gives the quests to down below. Silvertine loads. Hi, Flick.
If it
Who
were
are
not
you?
for the
You a
prospect
friend?
of finding
No.
Mithril,
Just
I would
random
not have
hobbit
come here.
journeying around. It's me and the goblins here against you. Did Steer send you to find me? I hope so. I begged for this task. Now all I want to be is back safe in camp.
Many foul things dwell in the depths of the mountains.
Yeah,
I fear the
Flick,
orcs will
we're
be the
ready to
least of
go.
our troubles.
Okay, Flick, let's go.
If it were not for the prospect of finding
It's an
Mithril,
escort
I would
quest.
not
Who
have
here
come
likes
here.
escort quests? Everyone? Everyone? Lovely, aren't they? And I'll get partial credit for offing some of these gobbies that will come up to try and stop him. Don't attack the gredbyg worker for no reason, you festering foolish dwarf. Whoa! Alright, Flick, come on. Get your fanny perpendicular moving. He's gonna charge the Gnasher. Dwarves. Technically, escort quests, but... Okay, his Flick has reached safety. That's fine. Interesting. Forgotten. Getting credit for the Forgotten Treasury for bringing in swatches of fabric. Huh. I wonder if it's only from the escort, though. Probably. That size. No, I got a swatch of fabric from him. And an armor scrap. I've discovered gamophilic. Moria Sneck. So, more goblins, in fact, gamophilic. Also need Gathrock, don't I? Is it Gath? Yes, it's Gathrock. Argle, argle, argle. Again, we see some of the goblin art where they draw on the walls. I think this is a drawing of them overrunning the dwarves, I think, or possibly the battle in Azanulbazar. That is all of the quests in Gamophilic, plus an extra one. Screw off, you little sneaky bastard. Armor of the Deep.
Khazad's folk have not yet fully repaid for their crimes against us.
Shoulders of
The orcs
Gamophilic.
of Moria
Medium
have
armor.
much
Edge.
to account for.
Keep offering me medium stuff. It's a heavy armor. A brawler. Deadfall
Long
trap.
last we
Use
will
the passage
drive the
near
maggot
Steely.
folk from our holes.
I'm sneaking into the dark passage. Yep, there's the deadfall. Earth-made deadfall. And there's Puklor, who I could actually defeat. But we'll pull him in, and Puklor has fallen. His little guard, however, I had to punch to death. We go right back. So Puklor lies in a grave of stone. Hopefully, that will remind the goblins to whom Khazad-dum truly belongs. I do not care what evil supports them. The very bones of Khazad-dum stand against them. Keep telling yourself that. A quest item, collect the crystal fragment. Where's the crystal fragment? I must have collected it. I talked to Falgir, and he doesn't sound like some talking to do to Falgir. That did he descend. And Khazad-dum, Skarn. Four quests to turn in. As I've mentioned before, one of the great joys in any MMO is large numbers of turn-ins. Thetmar.
Welcome to Khazad-dum.
Puklor's heavy armor, there we go. Less might. Slightly more armor. A lot more vit. Critical defense, resistance, and block. It's more defensive than I would like, but fine. More worn dwarf carvings, more broken engravings. Throw that away. Zoom. Those are level 52 light armor pieces. Of no use to me. Those get sold. All the rest of this. Broken longbows. Tasks for Eregion. Spotted skins. It's upstairs for the task.
Welcome
Talk to Thalar at his mining camp.
Stay and speak with me a moment.
Steer? So you found Flick, and he was well? Not too badly hurt? That is relieving news. Thank you, I'm in your debt. Both the captain's son and my beard are safe. Thanks for another. Flick's fright, light armor. Flick's necklace. Might, edge, crit, physical mastery. The ones I've got are better.
The orcs will one day burn upon the crucibles of our fathers.
Again with the burning. Most people, burning your enemies is considered to be a little over the top. That's all I'm saying. And we've got one quest for Falgir.
These halls will be great.
A worthy find indeed, though I am unclear where this came from. I know from stories that there were many such crystals stored in a treasury that we are intent on finding, but this could not be such a treasure as the vault is long forgotten and well hid. It is unlikely the orcs could have found the entrance, yet what if they have? Suddenly I fear this discovery is more dire than I thought.
May
Good work, these certainly came from good strong orcs, which means you must be ready for the fight ahead. I will tell you all I know, then send you to speak with Garthar and Halfberg, for they, like myself, have tasks within the vault. So
we have seen not of Durin's Bane.
Dark Defilers.
Be wary if you journey into Moria.
Relics and coins.
I doubt that Lord Balin still lives.
Yep, these
We
guys
have
have a
seen
bunch
naught
of
of
quests
Durin's
for
Bane.
the first
Be
dungeon
wary if you journey into Moria.
But I don't see myself doing those quests. Full fellowship. But I do see myself turning in batch tasks. Say, polished sword sheaths. Or spotted skins. Spotted skins would be fine. There we go. That's our 5 tasks for the day. Go us. Talk to Thalfar at his mining camp. Where's Thalfar? He's at his mining camp. Over there. Got it. I need a minute to refill my cup again. I'll be right back. Pardon me as it takes me a sec to get the inertia to stand up with my back bugging me. Oh, that's... Oh. I'm back. All right, where to? Oh, more Khazad-dum. I've got like what, 30 Khazad-dum? 40. More than I expected, obviously, because I said 30. The Silvertine loads in all their glory? Silvertine is the one that is called Calebdil. You had Karathras and Calebdil, and I can't remember the third one off the top of my head.
If it were
Hail,
not for the
traveler.
prospect of finding
Are you
new
here to help
freedom,
us get
I
our
would
feet
not
wet?
have come here.
No, not really. We can always use another pair of hands. But what about your feet? Reclaiming the
If we
platform.
drive the orcs from Khazad-dum, will it be enough?
Forgive me for placing yet another burden upon you, but the miners have complained that the platform of Menem Barash is frequently overrun by goblins or other creatures. Yes, it's a brand new game, Sen. This is Destiny 3. I won't have my miners picked off by goblin filth. I need you to go patrol that platform and clear it of creatures to ensure the miners' safety.
Many thousands
I have
lie in the
Marwise
depths
playing
of the
again. All I had to do was
mountains.
tell
I fear
him
the orcs will
that
be
the
least
class
of our
item...
troubles.
No, not that I'm aware of. Not while they can still milk the second one on the cheap. When I told Marwise that the class item was a beer stein for the brawlers, that brought him back. That's all it took. Repair the gears on Menem Barash. I just pulled the Destiny 3 reference out of my ass. And
Abide
really,
here a moment and
really,
speak
you
with
want
me.
nothing to do with that. Greetings to you, good hobbit. I am Goofy. That's right. This dwarf is named Goofy. At your service. It is a great day to be a dwarf, I tell you, and I am privileged to see the retaking of Khazad-dum in person. As we arrived here, I noticed the railway directly to the west. I sensed that there are untapped mining prospects there. for the lodes of Silvertine are the richest in veins of all of Moria, and likely in all of Middle-earth. Would you be so good as to scout the prospective paths in the tunnel, and hang signs at any clear dead end so that we know where to start our search? I'm sure I can do that for you. Khazad-dum. Khazad-skarn. This passage is intact, but you note a sense of dread hanging about this particular tunnel. More Khazad-skarn. Somehow I can reach it even though it's way up on the wall. More Khazad-skarn. I can't stop myself. Bugs, Mr. Rico. Zillions of them. What's up here? I admit to curiosity. Well, there's a pile of ilex wood, and that appears to be about it. There we go. How many times did you end up going through Moria, Senator? I know it was a bunch. Or at least spending a bunch of time. Interesting. That was not one of the passages I needed? Seriously? There's a dead end, for sure. That's a dead end, sort of, but not really. Oh, disease dragonette. He's got to die. That actually did a fair amount of damage. And a good amount of debuffing as well. I can cleanse one. Only one. That's two. More ilex wood. Something. Oh, holy crap. I wasn't expecting him or the Spanish Inquisition. It's one of the named jerks. A rare elite. And that's about... That was really close to killing me. He caught me by complete surprise, and he dropped a mithril flake and loot. He actually hit me pretty hard. Jerk. Cool, a rare mob. And there is the third and final dead end. The rails stop in a dead end here, they sure do. And a signpost. And a pissed off glowworm. put signs by the dead end. So great. We couldn't put a sign up as we found each of them. No. We have to find all 3 and then put up 3 signs. That's just not efficient thinking. I'm sorry. Well, we'll cash this one in since we're right here. Hey there, Goofy.
May Durin
That's
return
Mickey.
soon to his halls.
Dread, you say? Bah! A dwarf does not fear a little dreariness in a mine shaft. According to you, that is the best and only road. And so that is where we will begin. I thank you for your report. However nonsensical its delivery. It's filled with big-ass bugs, dude. I went all the way up. It's filled
Stand
with
there and
big-ass
speak
bugs.
with me. The fate of Khazad-dum
Well, I'm
hangs
going
in
to
the
accept it.
balance.
Goofy and I, we're going to go suss it
Mithril,
out.
it is called by the elves.
They
in
mined
true
too
silver
fast
in
and
the
too
common
deep.
tongue, but the dwarves
Recover
do
artifacts
not share
from
their own
Balin's
secret
expedition.
name. The hope of finding it has led many dwarves to their doom in Moria, for they seldom heed the dire warnings when their hearts yearn for Mithril, cold and bright in the dark.
That was a one-shot 7,000 damage with one throw of a beer stein. The thumping sound of the pummel skill is very, very satisfying. Whoever did the engineering on that, they did their job very well. Boom, 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 boom. I need 2 more mining picks after this, because you can pick your friends, and you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Benjamin Franklin. That's the last of the mining picks. And talk to Goofy at Menemberish. Whatever Balin accomplished here, this site is no longer safe for any miner. And since they mined too fast. Back out to Menemberish. Here you go, Goofy.
These halls
My
will be
axe and
great
sword,
once
Briquette.
more.
You have my deepest apologies. I did not realize how bad things really were down there. We will need an entire garrison to clear these mines properly. No shit, Goofy Sherlock. Let's see, so we got 210 rep there, a ring that we can't wear, but we might like to when we can wear it. A bow we can't use. Another 120 reputation. Another 700 rep. Delicious. Tastes like victory.
The boundaries of Khazad-dum will soon burn brightly once more.
Burglars and Guardians. I'm not one of those. Broken longbows. Those can sell, and sell. Alright, we are now headed out to Menemberish itself. To the platform. Where we will defeat enemies. We will primarily defeat them by murdering them. And repairing the gears. But largely it's going to be about murder. Actually, I think the other way is better. I've changed my mind and thought better of my approach. Ilex wood. That didn't do what I was expecting it to do either. Can we hop this? We can. We crunched. That's unfortunate, but not surprising. Should be a short one. It's already over. They're not on Menem Barish. I don't get the credit for killing things on Menem Barish. Bulwarks of the enemy. Deed complete. Defeating goblins in Moria. Title awarded. Goblin Bane. Not a bad one. Goblin Slayer Advanced. Opens up now. 5 LotRO points. Alright. We killed him with a one-shot from our beer stein. Killed that, but that wasn't a crit, so I don't get credit for that, for the kill. For the critical kill. The record is 3 in a row. I'm still seeking 4. I've done it 3 times. Die! Got some kind of unpleasant debuff on me, and a Moria guard. If I back away, I'll get a second mug throw at him, and that'll it was a crit, which would have one-shotted him, but I don't get credit for that one. It's not a one-shot, you know, unless you actually one-shot him, even if the damage would have been sufficient. Sadly to say, it wasn't quite right. Well, I think stuff here on the ground still counts for the Menem Barish kill count. I need one more. I'm not sure. Yeah, that worked. Okay. Back to Thalfer. Had to mess up a bunch of bad guys. It's unfortunate, but they started it by being bad. Yeah, although you can make an argument that the dwarfs started it by digging too greedily and too deep. I mean, that's a defensible point of view to take, for sure. Reclaiming the platform. Thank you for your efforts, Briquette. We're terribly short-handed here, given the threat of the goblins all around us. Whether or not those miners ever find anything, I rest easier knowing that they're safe. You little bastard. One-shotted him with my mug. I hope he's learned his lesson.
I am not sure Khazad-dum
Alright, Thalfar's
can be
burden.
restored.
No.
The orcs have surely ruined it.
But I might get a medium piece that's better than the heavies I'm wearing, so give that a check out. 210 rep, 300 rep. Gloves, light armor. Light armor. Who wears light armor? Light armor wearers. That too. Let's see. Gloves, might edge. Pants, might vit fate. Less armor, but more might. A lot more vit. I give up morale. Good chunk of morale. Basically the equivalent of like another 20 vit. And evade and block, which I'm not sure I actually use. I'm going to wear these pants. Shoes. No, they're not. No, they're not. I don't know. Is it fashionable? At least I think the pants and the chest match, which is nice.
Our resources
Fashionable might be a bit of an overstatement.
The orcs from our halls of old.
Creepy goo. I found some creepy goo. Got one more quest to turn in.
It is said that Durin's Bane
Well done, my friend.
though we have
We
not
will have the
seen
men
it.
and barrage back in working order in no time.
Many
There are many
foul things dwell in
lamps
the
set
depths of the
along the
mountains.
winding
I fear the orcs will
mining
be the
path
least
that
of our
descends into the
troubles.
Silvertime lodes. But it's been many years since they've been lit. Will you patrol the long descent and light the lamps as you go? The fires should help to drive away enemies that have settled there and help the dwarves to see as they work and explore. We have to head back down to the men and barrage. We're lighting lamps as we go. Ugh. I can mine without leaving my mount, but I can't light a lamp without leaving my mount. That just doesn't seem right to me. Presumably I'm carrying a torch or a really hot poker. That's not the way. The lamp came. Oh, there it is. And then under the bridge. An album. And now, well, this Nasher's in an unfortunate place, so sorry, bro. Away you go. It's better to light a lamp than curse the darkness. And there is the way of the smiths. So you can only go in there if you like sort of smear your face with like lamp black under your eyes. Do a bad Robert Smith impersonation, you know. Oh, sorry, that would be the Way of the Cure. Way of the Smiths, a bad Morrissey impersonation. My bad. I think if we go all the way down, there's the dungeon. I think we get flagged for having found it. No, we don't. That's the Forgotten Treasury. That's the dungeon. We've got a mustering horn and a campfire. So we can call people to us, and together we will charge into the treasury. And no, that's not happening. A little bit of Morrissey and Johnny Marr, though, and we could go into the Way of the Smiths. Keats and Yates are on my side, on your side, but Wild is on mine. Having something of an appetite seems like a good survival trait, yeah. Gotta agree. Oh, he's coming after me again. And I'm sure he's going to find me. I'm going to wait for him. I'm going to peg him with my mug. Right in his mug. Little jerk. Well, at least he gave me a broken engraving. Could be worse. Those are my old pants. Oh, let's see, he may offer me a present. Thank you for the prospect of fighting. The lights will be a great boon to our efforts in the Silvertine Lodes. Reputation change. That's the miners, I think. Yep, Iron Garrison miners. I'm now an acquaintance. Acquaintance. Yeah, right. I'm known to the Garrison miners. And 10 LotRO points. Find Sorry in the southern
depths of the mountains. I fear the orcs will be the least of our troubles.
Pardon me, are you sorry? Yes, I am sorry. What are you sorry about? There he is.
These halls will be
You
great
must be the famous
once more.
Briquette of whom I've heard so much praise spoken. They are singing of your valor from Holland to the roots of the Silvertine. Stay a moment. I'm sure we can do some good work here. Luminous goop. He wants me to collect luminous goop from 15
the fate of
worms.
Khazad-dum hangs in the balance.
Ore samples in the mine
Abide
shaft.
here a moment and speak with me.
I will unmount and AFK for a second to refill my cup. Yet again. And once again, take care of perfectly natural function. Picturation. MICT. Old man coming. Old man walking. And he's back. For more. Oof. There we go. Alright, they need me to kill these worms. But I think the worms are within range where I can kill a lot of them, if not all of them, by just nailing them with my mug. Well, that's a crit and a devastate. And it's just a regular hit, so yeah, this is going to be easy. I'm just going to one-shot my way through them all. It was never this easy with any of the classes. Back when Moria first came out, that's for sure. As I've said it in the past, repeated a number of times, this class is really good. I mean, it's not really even a ranged attack. It's meant more to be a pulling attack. I socketed the tracery for it, which increases its damage by 45%, and reduces its cooldown by almost 3 seconds. And all of a sudden, I'm a murder machine. No, the thing is I actually, at one point, was working on a bunch of them on one of my characters, and it was just so tedious and so painful that I stopped. Granted, it was a guardian, so killing stuff wasn't fast. And I think I stopped when I was working on trolls in the southern end of the Lone Lands, so I didn't get very far. It was just such slow going at the time, and basically that kind of turned me off ever wanting to do it. Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I work on them all passively. But you're not really working on them if you're working on them passively. You kind of want to go to the place and farm. I mean, I did last night on this character. It wasn't for virtues or anything. I had to kill like 130 spiders to get the return to Mickle Delving class skill. Sorry, racial skill. You know, so I took 20 minutes, half an hour, went to the quarry in Scary, which is the best place to murder lots and lots of spiders, and I just murdered spiders for maybe half an hour. Because I wanted this ability. Return to the Shire, because right now I only have the milestone ability. You know, say I want to get to Bree. Well, return to the Shire and then quick travel to Bree, and it takes 60 seconds. Before, when I only had this, if I don't have this available, then it's like once per hour I can go to my personal house. So just adding anything like that was definitely worth it. But it was a grind.
May Durin return soon to his halls.
Can't say it's fun to
May
just,
Durin return soon to his
murder
halls.
the same mobs over and over
Stand
and over.
and speak with me. The fate of
Harvest ore
Khazad-dum
from
hangs
the
in the
deposits
balance.
in the southern tunnel. But I mean, I have had to do that in the past a lot. Not for virtues, which is what people used to do it for. They used to do it for virtues. I mostly did it to get racials to open up. But Slayer deeds, I know there is another streamer who will do Slayer deeds on like a lot of different servers for new players to help them, get up a certain amount of funds. The Green-Eyed Gamer, 2 E's in the. She does it, man. Like a week ago, she was doing my server, but week or two, I decided not to do it on my free-to-play account because I want the free-to-play account to be, more solo rather than taking advantage of other things. But she was on, I think, Crick Hollow today doing it. So for people who need that sort of thing, is that all of them? No, I need 2 more. Ooh, heavy pile of ilex wood. Keep an eye on her account. She announces in advance when she's going to be doing her Slayer deed runs, and she just runs around with people, guiding them from place to place, and they murder all of the mobs for a bunch of Slayer deeds to get people a little bit of a grub stake, as it were, of LotRO points. And it's a very, very cool thing to do to help people. The community in general, in my experience, in LotRO is really a good one. And helping people out like that. The only thing I can think of that's similar in sort of in a similar fashion is the people in Guild Wars 2 who do hero point farms, That kind of stuff is just absolutely great for building community. And it's always nice to see people going out of their way to do that kind of stuff in an MMO.
These halls
Rory again scrutinizes the ore you've collected from the surrounding tunnels. Nothing, alas. I will have to search more on my own, but my hopes are rather low right now. Regardless, you have my gratitude, Briquette. I am certain you did your best. Perhaps there is no true silver left to uncover. This thing get too close and aggro on me? I think it did.
We have seen naught of Durin's bane.
Search for
Be
Niker.
wary if you journey into Moria.
He is to the south. Yep, I'm going to have to kill it to be able to mount again. And Niker's down here. I think he is. I know somebody's down here. Oh yeah, Niker's dead. There's another guy over here though. But Niker is, yeah, he's dead. Wow, that thing hits hard. Those dragonettes are no joke. The poison or acid field they drop does a lot of damage in a pretty big hurry. he's gonna yell to. I drove by close to him just to irk him. Niger dead? It's tragedy beyond bearing. Why, that fool. What could he have been about? I will send notice to the other camps to call off their search. Poor foolish Niger. Might Vit? Nice. That will definitely take the place of the right bracelet of arms. Right bracelet of arms. Off it comes. On that goes. Where it stops, nobody knows.
Abide here a moment.
Find the hidden door in the southern passages. How am I supposed to find it? It's hidden. You said it's hidden. Am I supposed to use magic? Because I don't use magic. I use fists. Fists solve all problems. Good old rock, as Bart would say. I've found the door mentioned by Nori. Sorry, but not hidden. Find Ondot in the ancient city of Silvertine. All the way over there. The door. The door is ajar. I have discovered Old Silvertine City. Deed completed. Find the Silvertine loads, all of the places. 1 second. And 10 LotRO points. Ondot. Following on. Oh, hello there, traveler. I did not expect anyone to come along but with me. But my curiosity to behold this place could not be contained. Marvelous and surprising, is it not? The civilization in the Silvertine was once very great. I should like to explore here. Dragonettes of the old Silvertine city. Kill 10 dragonettes. They suck.
We will first have to deal with the
Colors of crystals.
We have
Find the source of the light.
Great events have been set in motion.
And
we
defeat
have seen
deep claws and destroy their filthy
Be
nests.
wary if you journey into Moria.
Filthy nests. Not the regular ones, just the filthy ones. The filthy ones will be fine. There's a riddle. Using that has no effect. Ooh, rich Khazad-dum. I think it's my first rich nut. Regular Khazad-dum. More gobbies over there. Gobbies. And it's a nest. I have destroyed one filthy nest. Some ilex wood. Wonder what happens to the Gnasher if I blow up the nest. He just doesn't even notice. That is an excellent definition for a sound sleeper. Someone destroys your home and you don't even wake up. Six out of 10 deep claws taken care of. More Khazad-dum. last of the nests? Not quite. Did I miss a nest? I think the last time I did this, I missed a nest. I missed a nest. There it is. There we go. All right, we destroyed all the filthy nests, and they were filthy too, I can assure you. Nasty, dirty nests. Searching for the source of the light. Crystals down here? Yeah, crystals down here. That's 2 crystals. 3 crystals. 4 out of 9. This is the last one. We have to double back to get the others. Well, there are worse things than having to stay home for sure, but no. Never ever leaving? Yeah, that would be a drag. Myself, less for me. I'm relatively happy to just basically do what I do here at home and not go out, although some of that is COVID dependent too. I really don't want to get COVID. But some of it is also just my nature. I've always been a homebody. So for me, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I can certainly understand that for a lot of people, if not most people, it would be. Alright, now we need to find dragonettes. Here's an old music reference that it's unlikely anyone will get. Warm dragonettes. That's the reference. That's the entirety of it. Right there. That was it. These things suck. Oh, melee reflects 25%. No wonder. So I just need to hit them with my minor attacks, because otherwise I'm just damaging myself. And for a lot. Oh, this is gonna suck. Oh, this is not good. Even when I get a crit. I took damage. It's supposed to only be melee damage, you lying assholes. On melee skill damage, reflect 25%. This is listed as a melee skill. What the hell? Yeah, I can't imagine how draining that must be. To just want, you know, life to be normal again. That was why I'm taking so damn much damage from these assholes. These are like the worst mobs in history. I really need to eat something. I'm gonna have a pie to get my regen up so that I don't accidentally kill myself while killing these jerks. I hit that thing for 5,000 and take 1,200. Yeesh. Ugh. I only need 3 more. These are now my least favorite mobs in the game. For now. It's all the dragonettes, and I won't be killing any more of those. The deed can go stup itself, let's say. Let's keep it cleanish. Those things are the devil. Or possibly the devil is just that. That's my freaking throw a hurl object, throw a mug at something.
The shadow of Mordor will not long fill the halls of Khazad-dum. These halls will be
It's a
great
melee
once
skill.
more. May Durin return soon to his halls. Abide here
Harvest
a moment
ore
and
from
speak
mineral
with me.
deposits. Where is that? All around, all about me. Blue tinged ore sample. If it's blue tinged, I'm going to guess it's giving off Cherenkov radiation, and I'm going to die. For those of you not up on your particle physics, Cherenkov radiation is the cool blue glow you see if you ever see a nuclear reactor. And what that is it's given off by particles going faster than the speed of light. Now you might go, particles can't go faster than the speed of light, and you would be right. They're going faster than the speed of light in water. So as they go through water, they lose energy because they slow down. And they give off Cherenkov radiation, which is that awesome looking blue light. Hence, this blue tinged ore sample is giving off massive amounts of radiation and killing me. I have now explained my really obscure joke that nobody really gave a damn about, except in my tiny little head. Because I'm a genius in my tiny little head. But I think that this should get me level 52 and give me 2 full levels for the evening. Quit your whining. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I present to you a brawler of level 50.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
A tiny trace of mithril has been found at last, and I found it and it was good enough for level 52. $270 more rep. 240 more rep.
We have seen naught of Durin.
Use Ondot's goat to travel north and speak with Thetmar. Sure. Hi, goat. Don't worry, I'm just trying to get Ondot's goat. I'm funny. That was a joke. Hi, Thetmar.
The House of
Mithril?
Durian
What?
will
We
live
found
forever.
a tiny vein of mithril in old Silvertine City? Cannot believe it. Truly, I cannot. It was wonderful news, Briquette. We will have to send reinforcements there. What a discovery upon my beard.
Oh, glorious day.
Speak with Lickmund.
We shall soon restore Moria.
I'm not sure I want to speak with Lickmund, but I guess it's better I speak with Lickmund than I speak with Mund.
This hold will be great once more. I doubt that we will hear the ringing of the dwarf hammers too soon.
Alright, that's burglars and hunters. I am neither. The unyielding Drake scales. Burglars and guardians. Again, I am neither. Creepy goo, neither. Sell. That is my old armor. I gave up 400 armor for a little bit of might, but a nice chunk of it and some fate. And that was out of O'Hare, so I'm pretty sure I don't need that anymore, as that was 10 levels ago. So speak to Lickmund at the Chamber of the Crossroads. But we have finished out the first 2 zones for the most part, anyway. And I got 2 full levels today. That's pretty much my XP mark is exactly where I started the day. So 2 full levels in almost 3 hours. Pretty fair pace, really. I will double check that none of the rep stuff that might be available is of any utility to me. Double check the miners first.
The time has come to drive forth the orcs from our kingdom.
Oh, that's right. These guys are mostly an enormous number of housing items that they must have added when they added the dwarvish housing area. Alright, Iron Miner's Gauntlet. Heavy, good. Might, a lot. Edge, not important. Fate, morale, less of it, but the other stats are pretty good. I think I'm going to buy them and replace 2B Thick Fists, Thick Fists. Really, they're called Thick Fists, Thick Fists. It's not my fault. Anything else in here? No. We'll swap those for those.
Greetings, friend. Are you lost?
No, man, I'm found. So, the same might, the same vit, but the same armor. It adds agility, it adds will, adds power, and it adds resistance rating. No, a little bit loss of resistance rating. Yeah, I don't think I gained from it, really. It's not much different than what I'm already wearing. Sort of secondary / tertiaries. But 52, I think, opens up, yeah, the second tier.
I would be grateful for your assistance.
That requires an infused sapphire, so the second tier infused stuff. 4 more levels, and I can get a reforge, I believe, on my
Greetings, friend.
legendary
Are
weapon.
you lost?
Legendary weapons are currently named Butter Bumpers Bashers. They are originally called something like Furious Fisting. If fisting was in there somewhere and fisting wasn't allowed. They don't allow fisting in the titles. And there's my Stein Butter Bumpers Beer Bucket. I'm going to go ahead and ride to... No, I'm going to stay here. And call it an evening right here, as this is a good break point. 3-hour stream, 2 full levels. We've begun a good journey. First journey into Moria for this character. I will probably not be back tomorrow. I should be back on Monday, most likely. Probably both early session, but I would think very, very likely for the evening session. So, again, those are normally starting between 11 and 12 Pacific time. That's 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern time for the early session, where I'm doing the free-to-play through. And then usually 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern for the late session, where I will be continuing to play Briquette Butter Bumpers here through Moria. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope you had a little bit of fun, some diversion. Hope the rest of your Saturday evening goes great. I hope your Sunday is terrific, and hopefully you will see me soon. Have a great night tonight. Take care. Catch you next time, and ciao for now.